Welcome, dear viewers, to our channel. Today, we will talk about the Commonwealth countries' demand for compensation from Britain for its dark past in the slave trade. Sky News reported, citing sources, that Commonwealth leaders intend to demand compensation from Britain for the slave trade. Media reports indicate that Commonwealth leaders want to include the demand for compensation from Britain regarding the slave trade in the final document of the meeting in Samoa. The British newspaper The Guardian quoted a spokesperson for the British government stating that Britain has no intention of paying compensation or apologizing for its history and previous role in the slave trade. As the meeting begins tomorrow in Samoa, which is held every 2 years for Commonwealth heads of government, Sky News learned that officials from some countries are preparing an agreement to conduct further research and initiate meaningful discussions, which may compel the United Kingdom to pay billions in compensation. According to Sky News, the 55 Commonwealth leaders will rely on the final statement document after the meeting, which will outline what was discussed and what decisions were made. A source told Sky News that British Prime Minister Keir Starmer's refusal to include compensation on the agenda raised concerns among some leaders, which may lead them to include the issue in the final statement, regardless of Starmer's wishes. Earlier, the Daily Mail reported that 15 Caribbean countries may demand that Britain pay at least $269 billion in compensation for the damages caused by the slave trade to these countries. The meeting, which will be attended by King Charles III of Britain and Prime Minister Keir Starmer, is scheduled to take place in Samoa from October 21 to 26, 2024. Patrick Robinson, who served as a prominent judge at the International Court of Justice in 2023, stated that the United Kingdom can no longer ignore calls to pay compensation to countries affected by the transatlantic slave trade. Studies conducted by the American consulting firm Brattle Group indicate that the United Kingdom should pay $24 trillion in compensation to the affected countries. Earlier, the Church of England announced, following the publication of a comprehensive report on its historical ties to the transatlantic slave trade, the allocation of £100 million over the next 9 years as compensation for past mistakes. The Church and the Bank of England also apologized in June 2020 for the previous links of some of their representatives to the slave trade. Thank you for following us. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.